Previously on Chosen Ones, the party fights Ramona after she begins to attack Avayath. They weaken her surprisingly easily before she attempts to still flee with the blade, but Avayath manages to pull it from her grasp before she uses her spark to vanish. Surprising everyone, Avayath relinquishes the olive thorn to the young dragon. Ibishu storms off in frustration, Theo and Wolf being left alone to speak with their sworn enemy. The paladin says he wants to do what's right for the sake of being someone his son can be proud of, and allows them to leave despite his orders. They exit the temple, being stopped briefly by Ibishu, who asks why they want a family so badly. He scoffs at their answers, but lets them go free, teleporting away with Avayath and leaving them to find their way from there.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. On we'll go.
So after you have all gone your separate ways, Ibishu and Avayath, you appear back in the Prime Capital, in the opening hall that you started off with before you teleported. And you can see Flynn is waiting there for the both of you, and it's just like, huh, you're back. That was faster than expected. And you see him like staring very long at Avayath, and just slowly smiles. Glad to see you're okay.
Yep, we made it safe and sound, but unfortunately we didn't get our hands on the sword.
Oh, darn. Shoot.
It wasn't there.
He gets on my nerves! Holy shit! Oh.
Well, I'm sure you're just...
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, no.
God damn it. Oh, darn.
Well, at least you're okay. Did you at least manage to kill off, the little pests?
I'd like to speak with the king about that.
He's not here right now.
Well, when I get the chance, I talked with them. I don't believe it's right to kill them.
But we also talked, and they're bad people.
I think there's more to the story than what we're aware of.
Or they lied to you. Very well.
No, they helped defend me. They're not the people that we were led to believe. It turns out that they were attacked first, so I think they're innocent here.
So they say.
I have reason to believe so. We should investigate the Church of Lemony. I've heard that they're behind it.
He's just staring at you for a long time. Like, he seems like he was not expecting you to say that name. Like...
You just fucked up big time.
Who's a part of it? Who? Lemony? Who? I've never heard of them.
Modify memory.
Bro's sweating bullets right now.
Who was that?
Again, I'd like to have a meeting about this. I said Church of Lemony seems
Right.
to be...
I will let your father know that you're back immediately. I'm sure you'll have a long conversation about what happened. He's going to be very disappointed.
Isn't he busy?
Yes, but I'll call him back.
Okay, well, yes, I'd greatly appreciate that.
Why don't you go up and see Rue and the baby and all that?
Of course. Thank you for understanding.
Of course. I'm just here to make sure that you both got back okay. Ibishu, why don't we go to your temple and we can talk about whatever your payment is this time?
He starts walking back towards the temple. He doesn't wait for
Flynn?
Yeah. I was like, what's his name? Also, Ibishu is so suspicious.
Yeah.
I could roll insight, but even if you were like telling the truth, Ibishu wouldn't believe. He just waits for Flynn to follow.
Flynn just watches Avayath walk up the steps to go to see Rue for a very long moment before turning and following you instead. So, how was your mission?
He stops. He turns around. And he's gonna fireball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's at least gonna try. I don't think it's gonna, I mean, he doesn't think it's gonna, I mean, it's fun. And he's like the king's right hand, but he is gonna attack.
Okay, go ahead and do your thing.
Well, you have to roll dex saving throw.
Oh, okay. That is... He's got a -2. That's an 11.
Oh my god. That doesn't pass. And whenever he casts spells like this, he can change the damage to lightning, so it is just lightning damage for flavor.
So how much do you do?
Should I use my little thingy? Should I use my little thingy that lets me do max damage?
You do the thingy.
No, I don't think he's gonna do that. So I'll just roll 34.
Damn. Singed immediately.
Yeah.
Slightly on fire as he's pushed, literally brought down to like a knee pretty much from that hit because he wasn't expecting it. He's not bloodied or anything, but like he was fully not expecting that.
And he is just like, I don't know if you had anything to do with it, but Ramona tried to kill Avayath. I won't let Avayath die.
Sorry if I spoke out of turn and upset you.
He's just like, you did not tell us Ramona would be there.
We said that a mercenary was sent out and we hadn't heard from them.
Ramona is not a simple mercenary, and you know this.
Oh, we didn't hear from her for a few days? We had no idea what to expect. It is a dragon horde, after all.
What are you planning?
I don't know what you mean.
You, the king, you want Avayath for something.
He is the king's son, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. The king's just giving him as many opportunities as possible to prove himself, because that's what Avayath's always asked for.
How long has Ibishu been a part of the kingdom?
Since he was a baby, like the same as Avayath.
And how many times has he seen the king?
Like once a month, maybe. You see him around. You don't talk to him directly, usually.
Ibishu is just distrustful of family, it's just in general.
I mean, you know your purpose, why you chose to be here.
Yes. I like how like Flynn kind of like took that damage, like it's not the first time like Ibishu's kind of attacked.
Oh, it's definitely not the first time. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course Ibishu has done this before. That fucking brat, like 100%. No fucking way.
Oh, what do I want? What do you think Ibishu would ask for?
I don't fucking know.
Like spitball.
I don't fucking know. What are you trying to get?
I don't know.
I mean, there is like the main thing, but he's probably asked for that before.
Honestly, yeah.
You could have him
Ask
ask
for it
again, and you won't have another chance to say why he's here, so.
Okay. Well, he's just like, enough. I know that didn't hurt you too much. Stand.
He stands up, and you see it that he literally like brushes his shoulder off. It looks like he's fully healed immediately.
How can I be made into a full god?
We told you it would take time. We're working on it. It's a very big request. I know it's important to you.
Mm-hmm. He sighs and turns and he's like, then the only thing I want right now is for you to let Avayath rest.
What a humble request from you. Sure. Ilya's probably waiting for you at the temple, so...
He goes like, humph, like the little humph, and continues walking to his temple.
Then you walk off. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And Avayath, we go over to you, and you walk in, and you see Rue is sitting down in the rocking chair in the room, holding your little baby. And you see her almost just like cough roughly when you come in for a moment. It looks like she was trying to stop it, but you came in and she's just like, oh, sorry. I wasn't expecting you to just burst in.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to knock. But I'm home.
That was rather fast.
Yeah, the mission didn't go quite as expected. The sword we were looking for wasn't there.
Oh, well, at least no one got hurt, I hope.
Exactly, and everyone's safe and sound. There's a lot I have to discuss with the king.
I just got him to stop crying.
Oh, yeah, let's not talk about business.
You see the little baby look up at you and just be like,
Hello there, Philip. How are you?
Reaches up, pulls on your facial hair,
Oh,
Oh.
feisty one.
pulls so hard it rips a little bit out. Very strong baby.
Oh, a little bit too feisty there.
Philip,
A bit like his father, I guess.
I've been trying to teach him not to grab so much.
Yeah, well, or at least not to grab the good guys.
That's right. And she gives you a kiss on the cheek. And you hear kind of like a soft knock on the door after that, Avayath.
Yes, come in.
And it's Flynn again. And he's just like, I just told the king. I've just got in contact with him, and he said he could be here in a few minutes if you still wanted a conversation with him.
I'm gonna kick his
Oh.
fucking ass.
Well, that won't be necessary. I'd like to spend a little more time with my family now that I'm back.
Right.
Is that okay?
Oh, of course. You know, he's busy, so this may be the only chance for a while. I'll leave you to it then. And he walks out the door.
Thank you.
Squinting real hard at that. Squinting real hard at whatever the fuck all that shit is.
It's fine.
No, it's not.
Nothing suspicious about anything going on in the Avayath household.
What the fuck's going on with Flynn?
He's got nothing to hide, just totally honest.
He's just a wacky sidekick. You know?
He's a funny little guy. Anyway, it's all fine.
So, Abishu, you have stepped into the temple. Alia has kind of, just switched out the water for you and then kind of given you a small smile and nod and starts to walk past you and just be like, if you decide you want something else, we'll be able to give it to you. Just the god thing's a little hard. We'll figure it out eventually, right?
I'll consider it. I need space.
We've always been doing our best to give you that.
I want to be like, try a little harder because she's still in the temple.
Because she's still fucking here.
Yeah. Did you have something to do with Ramona?
Ramona? No. I don't know what you're talking about. Did something happen with her?
Nothing. It's fine.
Right. I'll be going then. But you're free to call me back whenever you need.
He goes to like the center of his pool and rests for a little bit. And after some sufficient time has passed, I think he's going to want to seek out Avayath.
You find them pretty easily. They're still in the nursery. You can probably hear the sound of Rue being like, okay, we're done with the hair pulling. Like,
He doesn't, like, Ibishu doesn't enter the nursery, but he is outside of it. He's just like, Avayath.
Oh, Abishu, you're here.
I like to imagine you look in and it's like Rue is holding onto the baby's legs and like Avayath is like reaching up and he's like flying. Like,
Hold on, let me just get Philip down real quick.
you see Rue being carried up. She's also floating now. Like, Philip?
Philip, you... No.
Philip, like, escapes her grasp and, like, literally runs over and flies in front of Ibishu's face. And tries to grab onto Ibishu's pigtails.
Oh, no.
Philip, no!
No!
Yeah, no, he, like, grabs Philip like his life depends on it, because he thinks Abishu might attack him.
No, too late. Too slow.
Too slow! No!
Too slow!
Ibishu's gonna reach to try and grab Philip. Obviously not, like, like,
Yeah.
he's not gonna hurt the child.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll let himself be held.
You reach out and put your arms around this little baby chest, and he smiles and giggles and waves his hands, his little wings flapping. He kind of slaps you in the middle of your forehead. Kiki.
And I'm assuming at this point is when Avayath, like, clumsily, he's like, no!
Yeah.
Like, kind of approaches.
You'll die!
Approaches Ibishu.
Oh, I can hold him. I'm sorry if he's bothering you.
This is the first time I've held a child.
Oh, well, yes, children are very, innocent. He's a little rowdy, but he's a good kid.
This is Philip, right?
Yes, my son Philip that I mentioned.
He seems so innocent.
Certainly, and he's going to grow up to be a great boy, I'm sure of it.
I think Ibishu might smile just a little bit at that. You might be right. This one seems special.
He's certainly special to me. And my wife Rue here means the world.
Rue just gives you a smile. She didn't seem concerned.
Avayath finally, puts his hands on his hips, calms down a little.
It seems like he likes you. He slaps your face again.
I don't think Ibishu even kind of flinches, at that.
It's a baby. This baby
It's
is
a
a
baby, I
couple
know.
weeks old. The only reason it can move around is because it's got supernatural fucking wings. It cannot even crawl yet.
I came to give you a warning.
A warning? Did something happen?
No, I thought about it in my temple for a bit. I'm not entirely unconvinced that Flynn or the king or someone from this capital tried to have you killed.
Why do you think they would do that, though?
I'm not sure, but if they're trying to eliminate you, maybe you've already fulfilled your purpose in whatever plan that they had.
I'm starting to doubt them a little bit, maybe, after our last mission, but I don't think they'd go that far. That's ridiculous.
I thought you said the mission went okay. And that no one got hurt.
Well, I meant we made it out fine, but things didn't go as expected. The people we thought were the enemies were innocent. So I was planning to tell the king everything we had heard about them, hope that he would let them go. But maybe it's because I was advocating for them that Ramona turned against me.
All I'm saying is, don't underestimate their depravity. You need to make sure you're there for your child while he grows up.
I know. I'll be on my guard, and if worse comes to worse, Rue, I'm sorry, but it's a very real possibility that we'll have to move away. Will you be ready for that?
I mean, sure. I'm only here because you are. Doesn't matter where we are.
Things may be a bumpy ride from here on out, but I promise I'm doing the best I can to be as good of a person as I can. I want to be the kind of father that Philip can be proud of. I don't want to hurt innocent people. That's why I'm doing all this.
Ibishu looks at Philip. I'll help too.
Really? You would?
Yes.
Rue gets up from her chair and kind of starts to make her way over and gently reaches out for Philip, who turns to start to try to flutter over to her.
Ibishu hands over the baby. He's just like, here, take.
Yeah. She takes it. She takes him back and looks to Ibishu and smiles and is just like, I know you've gone on many missions with my husband. And you've helped him come back every time, so I appreciate that. Never had the chance to thank you because you're always off by yourself.
He just kind of looks away at that.
A long time ago, I was kind of off by myself too. In a village that I really didn't feel like I belonged in. Then tragedy happened, but Avayath was there. And he made sure that we all made it out okay. And he gave me a place to call home eventually. I know you've been here for a long time, but if we leave, you're free to come with us. Home isn't where you're raised. Would you like to be able to call a place home?
I don't know if I can do that.
Why not?
I don't know. Being alone always seemed safer.
Perhaps it is, but there are some people that are worth taking risks for. And he puts his arm around Rue.
You can have everything in the world that you've ever asked for, but it's always the surprises that you find out you actually wanted.
Right. He's a little bashful now. If you leave in the future, then I'd like to come too.
We'd be happy to have you aboard.
And that way, he doesn't say this, and that way I can keep Philip safe.
And I will say that for just a fleeting moment, you kind of hear, mixed in so you almost don't hear it for a moment, as Philip is like laughing in Rue's arms and like pulling on her hair again, and she's like, ow. Like, you hear in the back of your head just that very soft crying again for a moment, Abishu, before it fades.
I'm going to head back to my temple now. There's someone I need to take care of.
There is?
It's hard to explain.
Is it personal?
It is.
That's alright then. Enjoy your day then. Well, to the best you can.
He nods his head, and again gives like a lingering gaze at Philip, and and then turns to walk away.
Theo and Wolf, you are currently, it's been a couple hours now since they have left you, and you are waiting for the little dragons to come out. You see the babies have already approached you. Theo's spark is not reactivated yet, but the young one seems to still be hesitating.
Pets the little baby dragon. Sorry for scaring you earlier. Didn't want to hurt you.
It licks you.
Are any of them still a little hurty?
Yeah, the babies are for sure.
He looks to the young dragon first and, does that careful approach sort of thing to some of the little babies, and is like, I'm going to heal them.
Fine.
He nods, and then he will cure wounds on the worst looking babies. And how about you? And he looks to the young dragon, because I know the young dragon got messed up by Ramona.
I'll be okay.
Oh, come on. We got a little healing that we can offer you. I got my own healing that I can give you too. We're in for a long walk, so gonna need all the strength you can get, partner.
We don't have to walk.
Well, you don't have to walk, but we will. For safety reasons, it's gonna be a good idea to keep the 5 of you at least at a little bit of a distance. Theo here's got an ability that
An ailment.
might hurt you guys, yeah. But he can turn it off with time. It's just, it only lasts so long. Gotta manage it well, but we will manage it and make sure that we're all safe and sound. I promise you. I mean what I said. We will help you. We want to protect you. But it's not right that you have been hunted the way that you are and lost folks important to you.
We're all that's left of the golden.
Well, maybe we'll meet some nice other dragons at some point. Who knows? Start a whole little dragon family.
I think I'd like to leave. This place has been so many graveyards.
Yeah. It's best to leave the past behind. I can tell you, it's one hell of a graveyard. It's best to leave it behind.
Theo holds Wolf's hand.
That sword. You can't have it. You know that.
That's alright.
I don't want it.
Its owner's out there somewhere. He said he'd come back.
Who's its owner, if you don't mind me asking?
Only Mother knew his name.
What's he look like?
I never saw him. She just said he was supposed to come back. That we should keep it safe.
Do you mind if I try speaking to your mother?
Can I come?
Of course. You can all come.
Little babies roll around in the dirt.
Theo wants to go to the babies and kind of corral them to go back in.
We will head back to the gravesite, and Wolf will sit down in front of it, and he'll specify, now, a memory of her is gonna come back. It's not her fully, but you will be able to ask her questions and speak with her ever so slightly. So if there's anything that you want to say, just let me know, alright?
Okay.
He'll rub his hands together and hold them out, and he will cast Speak with Dead.
Alright, you cast Speak with Dead. And you see this skeleton, almost like its ribs shift in a way, and this kind of breath go through it, and a slight light come into its eyes.
Howdy. We're friends of your family. Two of us are gonna protect them now. And they're very keen on that sword that you protected. Would you mind telling me who it's from?
He said he was a king at one point, though none of us have remembered him. I suppose this kingdom had a king.
And we're in Winaria, yeah?
No, it's in Seoul.
Oh, okay.
Wick is at the top of Seoul, which that would sound right to you because there's been a kingdom in each region. There's been Black Peak in Winaria, the prime capital in Dendara, and Wick would have been the kingdom that was here.
Have I ever heard of a king from Wick?
You would know that there were rumors at one point that Wick had a king, but supposedly no one had ever seen him, and he was very secretive, and one day when Wick was destroyed, he also vanished.
Do you know what the king looked like then? We'd like to give him back his sword on your behalf.
Some kind of elf, dressed in robes of many hue.
An elf dressed in colorful robes.
This country was meant to be one that welcomed all, and then it welcomed none.
I wonder where he's gone off to then. And he didn't give you a name.
He did. Malik, the Forgotten King.
Malik, the Forgotten King. Alright, good to know. We have 2 more questions, and we'll look back to the Gold Dragon. If there's anything that you want to ask your mom before we gotta head on out, by all means, floor is yours.
You see it kind of come up and approach and nuzzle the skull a bit.
I never met him, but you seemed like you wanted to protect him. Why did you care so much?
And you see the light in the eyes kind of flicker at that.
He seemed so sad, honestly. And like he never really wanted to be a king. Or much of anything. And I suppose I took pity on that. Even he left his sword behind that was so strong because he didn't want anything to do with it anymore.
You have one more question.
I can't think of anything.
How about this? If there are Any parting words that you want to leave with your children? Or anything that you want them to know? Would you mind speaking it now?
We are ancient beings. Ones that have lived across many lives. My time was already extended more than it probably should have been. And while I'm sad that I can't see you all grow up, I know you're going to be wonderful dragons.
And you see the little flicker of light dim at that.
Wolf will put his hand on the dragon's skull as it lowers. And just sigh. Rest well now. You've earned it.
Theo's off to the side crying a little bit.
The young dragon's just got its head pressed into the forehead, also crying.
She's right. Y'all are gonna make wonderful dragons one day. The two of us are gonna make sure of that.
He wipes a tear and, pets one of the little babies.
The little babies are crying.
He coddles the babies then.
We'll keep you safe. Don't worry.
You see the young dragon kind of unfurl its wings and go up to the both of you and turn its back.
Let's fly somewhere else.
Good idea.
Theo looks shocked.
Much appreciated. Wolf will climb onto the dragon and offer his hand to Theo.
Theo first puts a hand on, the side of the young dragon and is like, thank you for the honor. And he'll take Wolf's hand and climb up.
Sorry if I'm real heavy. I know I'm a big guy.
You're okay.
It
That
says a
sounded
little
strange. Yeah.
strange.
That sounded a little strained. If you need a break, by all means, let me know, okay?
You see one of the little babies climb up onto its neck, and it's
No, not right now.
and shakes its head.
Theo takes this moment to cast Cure Wounds on the young dragon, because I don't think he actually ended up doing that before.
You do so, and with that, it gets a little bit more energy back. And takes off upwards, and you see the little dragon start to fly up and follow behind as it kind of folds its wings to its side and just goes up through one of the holes in the ceiling.
Oh, watch your head. Oh. As they go through one of the holes.
And you all take off onto a new chapter.
Hello everyone, this was the last episode of this arc, and we will now be switching to our every other week release schedule. We may still do extra episodes here and there, but the expectation moving forward should be bi-weekly. You can check our community tab on YouTube or join our Discord for updates surrounding special releases in the future. Also, thank you to our high-tier patrons, Clayton, Spectre324, Spirit, Bigreddog, Keilan, Bubby, Zab, Arkeus the Druid, Charles, and Mr. Bakudan. If you haven't already, make sure to like the episode and leave a comment. We'll see you soon, fellow Sparks.